Y'all, it's barely been a month. It's barely been a month. Wake up, and I see the notification, and I'm like, what's going on? It's barely been a month. News video still says 4 weeks. But I was a little bit prepared though. I was a little bit prepared because this week and last week I've been seeing like theories from some of you guys saying that Shidou's video might drop today. Lo and behold, it did. And I'm like, that has only been a month. Like, what's going on? I at least thought it would take until December. So now I'm sitting here waiting. I'm sitting here wondering. I'm like, is Mahiro's video gonna come out in December then? And then we have Kazui's on February? Like, I'm kind of confused. I don't know what's going on, but today, at least I get to see Amane, I think. So, yeah. For anyone new here, Amane is my favorite prisoner. But I'm gonna start off by saying that I feel bad for Shidou, and Mahiro mains. Anyway, without a intro, konnichiwa, this is JeidoChannel.iです。よろしくお願いします。And welcome back to Milgram. I don't know what part this is. Are we finally on part 20? Is this part 19? I don't know what this is. Anyway, so I'm gonna be reacting to our prisoner number 5, Shidou Kirisaki's third trial surveillance case. I don't know, we're getting his case at the end, so yeah. If you've been following me since the beginning with this Milgram, journey, or if you've just watched all my Milgram videos, I think I've said before that Shidou is the prisoner that I have the least, like, as the prisoner that I feel like I have the least knowledge on. I feel like I know jack diddly squat about Shidou. I feel like his news videos have always been the most vague to me. I don't know crap. So reading the case is going to be the most fun thing for me, I believe. So I can't wait for that. But also, how do I think Amane's gonna kill him? I don't know. Either she like runs up with a pair of scissors and like stabs him and like stabs him, or she sets up a trap or something. I literally don't know. I don't know. But anyway, do I have anything else to say before I start? I don't. Let's just click. I'm scared. Oh. I'm a little, edge. Let's see. I'm not seeing anything. Captions are on, right? Yeah, they're on. Oh my gosh. Clear up. Oh my gosh, I can't see. Oh. Look at her. She's like, girl, calm down. You don't gotta be lurking like that, okay? You don't gotta be lurking like that. Time 45, 30. What does this mean? Has this been recording for 45 hours? Cam 51 out of 60. Oh, is that just a regular knife? I was kind of hoping it would be scissors. Not because I hope for her to stab him, but it's just because, like, I've had that in my head for so long. I don't know why. I just think. Anyway, we're just stalking him in the hallway. The way he's just walking so calmly is just like, sir? I knew she was gonna run up. This isn't even funny. I knew she was gonna just run. First of all, where'd you get that knife? Where the can somebody explain to me why this knife is so big? Can somebody explain to me where did she get this knife from? That's also what I'm wondering. But also Shidou has this thing where he's like he's kind of borderline like wanting to die, but at the same time like he gains some of his like doctor confidence back when he's taking care of Mahiru, because right here like he's obviously taking stuff to like go see Mahiru. Also, and this is random, but the halls look so, I don't know, the halls are different from what I expected, but the halls just look so, I don't know, like whose room is that right there? Is this the room he was going to? Is this the room Mahiru's in? I'm good. I just need some. Yeah, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna take that because, no, you don't, bro. You don't have to take that. You don't have to. You're petting your head. Oh. Yeah, he was like, it's never too late to find your path. Like, he's so nice. Why are you so nice? I would be pissed off. But like I said, he also really just also wanted to really die. So, I mean, learn to rely on others. Yeah, be a kid for once. Make me your last. Yeah, her last murder. Her last sacrifice. Death. Where the freak did she get this knife from? Promise me. Please. I'm an A. No, you don't. That's too bad. The way he just went out so calmly. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Well, wow, she did that so quick too. It was like less than 2 minutes. Why did she do that so quick? I thought I was good with kids. I mean, that's not... I was gonna say, we don't even get to see his face. Oh my gosh. He just looks so... Please take this in the best way possible. Please take this in the best way possible. I'm going to say that he looks very pitiful. Like, I hope this isn't taken the wrong way. Pathetic, but pitiful. I don't take that out of context, but I feel bad for him. He was just so done that he was like, you know what? Go ahead. Just make sure that you turn over a new leaf. That's fine. I'm done here. I would have expected that Shidou would have had a little bit more fight because of the fact that he was taking care of Mahiru and that he still had a job to do. But at the same time, underneath all of that, like, he was still pretty done. Like, he was still pretty done with what's going on. He still had immense guilt. Like, so I mean, at the same time, I also kind of understand why he didn't fight back. Because at the same time, she ran up and he turned around. She stabbed him in, like, his stomach or his side. So, and he's the doctor. So, and it's not like he would have really been able to get away, but she literally, like, leaped on him and she stabbed him again in the chest. Unless someone else was around, wait, hold on, so unless someone else was around, I don't really think he would have fought much anyway, because Shidou's not a fighter. Oh my gosh. Hold on! I wish we would have gotten to see whoever found him. Or maybe it's just, like, the administrator, like Jackalope or something, found him, or, like, whoever took care of the body found him. It would have really been interesting if Kazui had been the one to find Shidou. I know I'm laying on Angus here, but listen, like, Kazui is the person in Milgram that is the closest to Shidou because they are the two oldest ones there. Like, we have a 40 and a 30-year-old. I know it's 39 and 29. Like, round those numbers up. I'm not saying 39 and 29. Okay, but but they were the ones that are closest to each other. This is one reason I am actually anticipating. I'm waiting for Kazui's trial because I really want to know, like, what his initial thoughts about Shidou dying were. So that's one thing that interests me because, like, Shidou and Kazui, they were close. They were, like, getting close. So anyway, I have to read this. So guys, we need the narrator voice. Born in 1992, Shinjuku Ward, Tokyo. Okay, so we have a 1992 here. Okay. Shiro Kirasaki is a physician working at a renowned university hospital with a bright future ahead of him. At the age of 24, he married his childhood sweetheart of 10 years and was blessed with 2 children. Okay, so he knew her since they were 14. Okay, he was leading a picture-perfect life that anyone would aspire to, but he worked in the transplant department of the hospital and specialized in organ transplants. He would often interact with the families of brain-dead patients and was in a position to ask permission for their loved ones' organs. The family's devastation and his role in clinically ending the lives of these brain-dead patients did cause him heartache, but he also firmly believed that his work was essential to save the lives of many patients awaiting organ transplants. Okay, so that part, it was widely, like, speculated or said or theorized or said that yeah, he was, like, in charge of you know, pulling the plug on brain dead patients and then making sure that their organs are able to be donated to people that actually needed them and can actually physically, like, use them and function with them. One evening, there is a collision between a taxi and a large commercial truck. The victims were brought to the hospital. The victims brought to the hospital were his wife and 2 children. So, see, this is one thing that I did, like, theorize, that the wife and the children got into an accident, and something happened to them. Like, maybe I'm not gonna read the rest of it yet, but maybe the wife was in a position to receive a transplant, and that maybe the 2 children died. I'm not sure if all of them were in the position to get a transplant yet. Let's read it though. They had been heading to the hospital via taxi to bring a change of clothes for Shidou that he had forgotten that day. Oh, and that's one reason why he feels like he's guilty, because he forgot something, and he's like, you know, if they wouldn't have come to like, you know, bring my stuff to me, then they wouldn't have gotten in that accident. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So I did have the feeling that they got into a car accident. That was one thing that I, and probably many other people, did, like, get right. So, point for that. It was a devastating incident, and it was clear that both his wife and children would not survive without immediate care. It is generally forbidden for surgeons to perform on their family members. Yes, we know that. Shidou was put in charge of the surgery for the driver, the very man who had just bulldozed his entire family. Oh. Shidou's head was in a panic, but his hands moved automatically. He quietly killed the truck driver, taking care to make it look unintentional. He thought the sooner that he was done with his surgery, the sooner he could take care of his own family. I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm not... See, the thing is... Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna just say something. So the thing is, if the man that was driving the truck did it on purpose... Look, I'm not endorsing, you know, murder. I'm not saying that. But I understand how Shidou would feel. Especially, like, if you're not paying attention purposefully, rather than it just being a regular accident. I don't know the intentions here of this truck driver. But if it were the fault of the truck driver, as in, like, they're not doing their job by paying attention or something along those lines. I understand the way Shidou feels. Now, I'm saying if Shidou didn't know the full context, like maybe something, happened by accident, maybe maybe it was just like a regular old accident. I don't know. I don't know what the intentions of the truck driver was, so that also depends. So Shidou was like, I feel like, even, the one thing is, I feel like they still shouldn't have put Shidou in charge of doing surgery on someone that was still related to the case of his family. I feel like that still should be like exempt if it's part of that or whatever. But I also at the same time, I'm not sure how this stuff works. Maybe you can still be like the surgeon to someone else who is related to the case of someone that you know. But I feel like at that point, like, especially if that's the person that caused the accident, I feel like that also should be exempt. Like, you should also just put you aside. Like, no, you go completely, like, do something else. Like, don't be, like, involved with this at all or whatever. But of course, maybe they just don't know that. Maybe it's just like, hey, emergency, like, you need to go do this or whatever. I don't know how a lot of this doctor stuff works. So this might be just me, like, just talking, just rambling off the mouth. So I don't know. But him thinking the sooner he's done with surgery, the sooner he can take care of his own family, like, they wouldn't let you do that anyway. Like, you're not allowed to do that. So that's the thing. Okay, let's read the second page though, because I'm curious now. I'm so curious. Okay. With the situation being an emergency, Shidou is given an exception. He's allowed to treat his family. Despite this, his wife and younger son die soon after. Oh, okay. So, interesting, though. Interesting. Because I thought the wife was the one that might have just been, like, left, like, in a transplant needed spot. So, the wife and the younger son died, but he wanted to save his eldest son. Interesting. In his despair, Shidou works and prays ferociously in hopes of at least saving his elder son. It's also interesting that, yeah, he prays ferociously. That's interesting, especially when we have the Omine parallel. Okay, never mind. Oh, but also, okay, I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot, guys. But the thing about Shidou, like, praying about it, I'm not sure if in Shidou's interrogations, I'm not sure if he was religious. I don't think he is. I don't think Shidou is a religious person. But the fact that he prayed about it and stuff like that, when we know Amane, she and her cult thought that, you can pray away like injuries and like bad things, you just prayed away and it'll work. Shidou has the complete opposite, obviously, has complete different thoughts from that, because obviously he's a doctor, but obviously, like, wanting to save his son and, praying about it, but also still not really finding any light at the end of the tunnel because he's not able to help him. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, parallels between Shidou and Amane. However, after weeks of lingering in limbo between life and death, his elder son's condition became all too clear to Shidou, the familiar condition of brain death. Oh my goodness. Shidou had explained to countless family members that brain death was synonymous with actual death. Yeah, but the thing is, he has been telling other people that, like, but when it happens to him, it's different because, like, he's like, oh my gosh, like, this stuff that I've been telling people, like, literally all my career, and now that it's happening to me and one of my family members, like, I cannot, like, accept it. Like, what is this? But when the roles were reversed, his world turned upside down. His son laying in front of him was still warm to the touch, but Shidou could not bring himself to admit that was indeed death. Yeah, exactly. Like, he could tell someone about their family members all day, like, hey, there's no bringing them back. Like, this is pretty much it, unless, like, a miracle happens. But when it happens to him, it's like, no, like, they're basically dead, but at the same time, like, they still seem more alive to me. Shidou regretted and Shidou regretted and felt deeply ashamed of the role he had played in convincing the families of brain-dead patients to succumb and donate their loved ones' bodies for the good of some stranger. It is not ethical, it is inconsistent, it is ugly and evil. In a state of severe self-loathing, Shidou rummages through his son's belongings that were brought in from the scene of the accident. Disoriented and in a haze, he finds a piece of paper and tears it to shreds. It was the organ donor card that Shidou had repeatedly told his family to carry with them at all times. Oh. So basically in Shidou's mind, he finds himself as a hypocrite. Because he's like, all these things that I've been telling other people for so many years. This happens to me, and I cannot take it myself. And then it just feels gross to him that he's basically been telling everyone, like, hey, like, that's basically it. Like, you need to, like, deal with it to help someone else. Like, but at this point, like, he doesn't want to, like, accept it. But the thing about, like, the organ donor thing, like, at least, like, part of the person that you love can live on in somebody else. They can help somebody else. But it's, at the same time, it would be hard to let go of the person that you love. But at the same time, they'll just be, like, suffering, like, in that state for, like, the rest of their life. I mean, not really suffering because they can't really feel anything at that point, but, like, they'd just be lingering there for, like, the rest of their life. And not, like, letting them go or, like, letting them, like, move on to, like, whatever afterlife there is, or, like, just letting them go. And it seems, like, also cruel to do that as well. But I understand where he's coming from, because at that point, like, he's just feeling like a really bad hypocrite. Wow. That's let me see when they run down this hall again. Amane must have some weight to her though. Or Shidou between Shidou just like giving up like that, not fighting back at all, and Amane just like running and like jumping him. Oh my. Yeah, she did give multiple warnings. She did like say that, hey, I'm gonna kill Shidou. Watch him, because I'm gonna kill him. So she, like I said many times before, she did say that. One thing I find interesting, we never get to see Amane's face. We never get to see her expression here. She's shaking. Do you guys see that? Do you guys notice how Amane is shaking right here? It's very visible and very apparent. She's still shaking. And she's more surprised that he's not, like, fighting back at all. Learn to rely on others and make me your last. To make me... I feel like, yeah, she pulled back. She thought about that for a minute. But the thing is, like, I feel like make me your last, like, it's kind of like also, like, make me your last, like, regret, like... I'm pretty sure he kind of knew, like, hey, you don't, like, deep down inside, like, you really don't want to do this, because why are you shaking? You're just so instilled in the values that you were taught, or that you grew up with. Like, you literally think that you have to do this when you don't. But it's still, like, you're still young, you can still... I know she's done a lot at this point. I know she's done a lot. But at the same time, like, you can still change that, okay? And I'm pretty sure that she's crying right here. Or that she was starting to cry right here. That's why she got up and left. And she's still shaking because she doesn't want her... Yeah, she doesn't want her weakness to be shown like that. I hate the close-ups they do. I hate the close-ups. Like, why are you doing that? Like, why are you doing that? I do wish we would have gotten a close-up on Amine's face, but let me read the comments, though. I feel like a lot of people were expecting Amine not to be able to kill Shidou because of the obvious size difference and age difference, but he didn't fight back. I didn't really ever think that was a problem. There are plenty of ways that she could have killed him. She ran up behind him. Like, she still could have stabbed him in the back. She still had plenty of chance to stab him in the back. She could have just quickly went, like, in the side, in the middle of his back. She could have kept stabbing him in the back. Like, I don't really think that's, like, really a valid reason. Like, she's 12. It's not like she's, like, 5. She's 12 years old. I don't think that's something that would have been completely off the board. I don't think, like, some people are saying, oh, they think Fuuta would have helped her do it. Fuuta was not going to help her kill Shidou. Like, as much as I, like, sometimes, like, dog on Fuuta, Futa's not gonna help Amine kill Shidou. Futa's already had enough of being, like, beat up in prison for being, like, causing someone's death. Like, he's not doing that. Even if he is a part of her, you know, Amineism. He's not doing that. So, that wasn't really an option. I guess Shidou wasn't entirely on board when he said he wanted to live in trial too. I mean, it's not that easy to change a mindset that strongly affected your life like that. So when he was stabbed, instead of fighting back, he was regressing into more of his harmful mindset as earlier and didn't save his own life. Exactly. He still feels guilty. The 2 trials weren't going to change that for him. He still felt deeply in sorrow and, like, at fault, or just feeling like he's, like, such a hypocrite. Like, he wasn't gonna change that mindset that easily. Like, even though I would have expected a little bit of resistance because, or said anything about, like, hey, Amine, like, Mahito still needs me or whatever, like, she still needs me to take care of her, like, who's gonna take care of her? He, at the end of the day, and I'm saying this as to analyze his character. Shidou is selfish. Not in, like, a traditional selfish way. Well, yes, but at the same time, he's selfish in the way that when something happens to him, it's like nothing else, like, matters. Just by the thing of, like, something happening to his family and, like, being able to tell everybody else, like, hey, you know, all the stuff that I said earlier. You know, I think that's just the kind of person that he is. And some people are like that. A lot of people are like that. And it's just a natural human nature for some people to be like that. Even though there are some really selfless people out there, like, a lot of people, their natural mindset, like, when something happens to them, it's automatically worse. And anybody can think like that. I think like that sometimes. So it's, like, somebody, like, you stub your toe, it's the worst thing in the world. Somebody else stubs their toe, oh, don't touch it, it'll be alright. Like, it's the same type of mindset. Somebody mentioned that, like, the victim was the truck driver, but we never saw him in the music video until now. Like, we literally never see the victim, which is what is the most confusing about Shidou's, I believe, because we had literally no leads on any of that. So, to this point, I still kind of feel like the music video should have been, I mean, maybe it would have been a little bit too direct, but at the same time, I also feel like it's a little too vague. So, that's my problem with it. But the end case, like, written out, is very intriguing. Maybe it was speculated that Amine stabbed Shidou with scissors, but I was shocked to see that she actually used a shooting knife. I am shocked too! I had my bet on those scissors. And I'm a little bit disappointed, but I'm still wondering, where the freak did she get that knife from? Where did she get that knife from? Where'd she get a knife that big from? I understand if it would have been like a pocket knife or maybe something. Like, she could have acquired that. I should have asked that for that, maybe. I'm not sure if they let you have weapons. Well, Kotoko had a baseball bat. What am I talking about? But a knife that huge, where did she get that from? That's my question. Yeah, this comment mentions that Amine is probably gonna be guilty. She probably is. Hate to say it. I hate to say it, but she probably is. I hate to say that. Everyone's saying that Amine couldn't take down a full-grown adult when they selectively forgot that she did the same thing to her mom, who is also a full-grown adult. Exactly. I was gonna say that too, because I was like, she killed an adult before. Like, we literally see her mom or whoever on the ground. So why do we think that she can't kill an adult? Why do we think that there's no other way? Why did we think that there was literally no other way for her to kill a grown man? I'm just a little bit confused. Amine, innocent truthers were telling you that she'd never actually kill him? I mean, I'm a Amine truther, but the thing is, like, she literally said that multiple times that she would kill this man. So I'm not actually sure why in the world, for Milgram of all things, people would say, "Oh, she's not gonna kill him." That's confusing to me. But go off, I guess. Okay, so Greninja Inn has the Fuuta Trial 3 interrogation questions. I don't know where Unos are, so if anyone can point me in the direction of where Unos are translated in one place, please let me know. But anyway, I got this notification this morning as well, so we're just gonna look at these and see what Fuuta's questions were. So yeah. I only had some guys I occasionally talk to. I don't think there's anyone I call a friend. Okay. Most of your friends were, like, online, weren't they? Were you in any clubs? I was only in the soccer club for a little while, then I quit right after. Did you cut Amane's hair? Sorry, I was so clumsy. I should have taken lessons from my older sister. No wonder. I can tell. Got her bayang looking chopped up. Or maybe they did say that before, but I don't know. I can't remember. But her bayang looked chopped up. I'm sorry, it's chopped. Tell me the name of your family members. My father is Shoichi. Shoichi. Okay, Shoichi. I'm like, what this handwriting. And my sister is Nagisa. She's divorced, but my mother is Yoko. Okay. Is there anything you want to tell your family? If I meet them, I'll tell them everything and apologize. I thought my father was boring and stupid, but just him acting as an honest adult is already impressive. Did you know about the Justice Alliance? I feel like I've seen those words before, but I thought it's just a burner account or something. Those garbage accounts were made and disappeared every day. When were you brought to Milgram? 2019. I was gonna say something, but it probably won't make sense because I don't know what's going on with these timelines. So someone else in the comments can do it because I'm not. I'm not trying. Why did you target ordinary people to cause controversies? Because there were already people who were focused on celebrities. Targeting ordinary people would stand out more. Are you that bored? Or were you that bored? I mean, the answer is yes, but what do you think of people who agree with you? Those guys were merely unsatisfied people just like me. I'm in no position to criticize them. Tell the name of the person you killed. Oh, tell me the name of the person you killed. I won't. I know it's too late now, but please. Yeah, he's already doxed her before, so, I mean, maybe this is a good developmental decision to not say that. Which is good on his character's part. I like that. Considering, like, how he told all her information before, doxed it online, and, you know, us sending a question asking what her name was, that is actually kind of brilliant. I know some people might be sad that they might not know her name, but at the same time, I feel like that is a brilliant decision, like, writing-wise, because the fact that it shows that he's grown. So, I kind of like that. It doesn't hurt any. How's your eye? It doesn't hurt anymore. Besides, I'm grateful for this eye. If it weren't for this, I don't think I'd be able to see the same way as I do now. Would you forgive your old self? I wouldn't. But I can't say things like that now, right? Did you participate in Shidou's murder? Nah, but I was the one who accepted that person's decision. It's not my intention to say that I had nothing to do with it. Oh, so it's like, okay, so she told you, like, she's gonna kill him, and you were just like, I mean, go ahead. But I'm not helping you. Do you, okay, hold on, I missed that one. Do you forgive Amane's actions? I understand what you want to say, but I alone will forgive her. Even if she's wrong, I still forgive her. Yeah, because remind you yourself, right? Do you think people can start over? I have no choice but to believe that until the end. Mm-hmm. Will you accept your own death? I don't know. I don't know about that, but I would keep praying for forgiveness until I die. If you're forgiven, what will you do? I don't know. If that's the case, I'll have the responsibility to stop idiots like me. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good, though. Put that into justice. What does Amane mean to you? Well, I wonder. It's not something that I can say in a few words. She was salvation, at least. Do you truly believe in Amane's doctrine? Believing in it or not, it doesn't matter. Still, I have to believe. I will not let that person be on her own. So that's why he's standing by her, because, like, do you forgive me? That's not something for me to decide. Nevertheless, I will support you. Go and crush Milgram into pieces. Yay! Yes, S. Go crush Milgram to pieces. Crush it. Burn it down. Burn the whole building down. Get everybody to help you. Give them some... order some lighter fluid and some matches. I heard someone that came to Milgram in 2022, but Fuuta did in 2019. The outside time theory is kind of coming together. S, I suggest, like I said, lighter fluid, matches. Burn the place down. Have everybody help you. Find the exit first, though. Find the exit first. If there's an exit. Maybe there's not even an exit. Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, this has been very interesting. I just thought I should throw Fuuta's interrogation in here because I saw it also pop up this morning, and I didn't do any of the T3 interrogations yet. Someone please tell me where to find Yuno's and Moo's, if they're even out yet. Maybe, no wait, I think they just started the questioning for Moo's, so no you're not. But Yuno's, please tell me where to find hers. Anyway, arigatou gozaimasu. This has been JeidoChannel, and let me know what you think about Shidou's surveillance third trial footage. Just let me know what you think about Shidou as a character, and what you think, and how you think Amane's going to be affected by this. I kind of think that deep down she's actually kind of thinking about what he said a little bit. But she probably won't be as swayed until S talks to her, maybe. I feel like it's kind of peeking through. It's kind of cracking her, but I feel like she's gonna need a little bit more of a push. So we'll see. Arigatou gozaimasu, and thank you for watching, and I will see you next time on Milgram.